dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. As rain lingers in the forecast, we start with our severe weather alert day coverage. Brandon Robinson has the latest.
Well, Keaton, fairly quiet for now, but that will not last too much longer. We're looking at the live pinpoint Doppler radar and some green showing up on it, but that is ground clear. No rain out there tonight. We're going to continue to see that, though, develop as we head deeper into the evening hours, and we'll eventually see some rain as we head into the late night hours. Let's go on over to the satellite and radar to kind of give you an idea of what is coming, and we're going to continue to see, again, the possibility for some rain coming in from the south this time. Usually comes in from the north and west, but it'll be coming from our south this time. US 119, US 23 over Pikeville, still pretty quiet tonight. Buffalo Mountain also on the quieter side, and we're seeing now that some power outages have been restored. Only 2 companies reporting power outages right now at this hour, so we're continuing to watch those numbers get better. But unfortunately, with more rain on the way, it might not be so stable and permanent. Temperatures out there in the 60s and 70s. Right now, 63 Clintwood to 72 in Moorhead. It is the calm before the storms. It is a muggy start to the day out there. Muggy start to the day. I'm used to being on the mornings. Muggy start to the evening out there. But tonight, as we get deeper into the evening hours overnight, clouds will increase. Rain chances will move in. And then it's just beginning. We could see some heavy rain in the next couple of days. I'll have that latest forecast, including that flood watch details, coming up here just a little bit. Keaton.
Thank you, Brandon. Governor Andy Beshear has announced he'll be visiting eastern Kentucky tomorrow to meet with affected families. The governor will be in Hazard at 11:15 in the morning to visit the Perry County Emergency Operations Center. In the afternoon, he's scheduled to go to the Knott County Sportsplex, and later the governor and Representative Angie Hatton will visit affected families in the Upper Bottom neighborhood of Whitesburg. Just last week, Camp Nathaniel in Knott County said goodbye to several summer campers, but following Thursday morning's flood, camp volunteers are now wondering when they'll be able to welcome campers again. WYMT's Alyssa Williams has more.
Before Thursday, Camp Nathaniel in Knott County had never experienced flooding on its campus.
And so as we woke up in the middle of the night at our homes and things, we were expecting to find flooding around the area, but not on our campus.
It was then that people who lived on the campus confirmed the staff's worst fear.
We realized that our entire campus, the lower ends were all underwater.
Camp staff and volunteers took no time to assess the damages and start cleaning up.
Our volunteers, believe it or not, we've been trying to kind of hold off and asking them to put the brakes on just a little bit before they come. These are some that just showed up and they just wanted to help, and we're glad for it.
But those with Camp Nathaniel say the campus is not their main priority at the moment.
Our focus right now is just to get this dining room up and running because we're going to be partnering with Kentucky Baptist Disaster Relief, and they're going to be sending teams, we believe, from Tennessee that will be serving throughout the community. Our focus right now is the community, not our campus.
Camp Nathaniel and the Kentucky Baptist Convention will be working together to offer a place for community members to eat, shower, and find support in one another.
We will be here as long as it takes. Our commitment is to come and to serve, and as long as we have volunteers willing to serve, we're going to continue to help those in this community.
Aiming to be the hands and feet to the people of Knott County. In Emelina, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Executive Director of the Scripture Memory Mountain Mission, Josh Feltner, says Camp Nathaniel is accepting donations, especially water and cleaning supplies. We'll have information on how you can donate on our website, WYMT.com. Well, it's been a hard couple of days for the people in Knott County, and they say it might be an even harder road to recovery. At the Knott County Sportsplex, they set up a shelter with food, clothes, and other essentials. And throughout the night, people have come in and out with tears in their eyes, but hope in their hearts.
I looked at everybody and I just told them, at this point, all we really can do is just put a smile on and just keep going. There's no point in just stopping where we are now. You just got to keep going.
The Hyman Settlement School was hit hard just like everyone else, but they still open their doors to help. Officials with the school say they have 100 beds and plenty of supplies. Those who are living in flood-ravaged Knott County will be treated to a hot meal later this weekend. The crew with Junior's Hibachi will be set up Sunday afternoon from 12 to 4 p.m. That's tomorrow at the Hindman Quick Stop Tobacco Outlet. They're planning on offering free chicken and rice meals to as many people as they can before they run out of food. They'll also bring some clothing, water, cleaning supplies, and other non-perishable food items to hand out to those who need it. Perry County is one of the counties affected by the floods. Lowe's home improvement store is passing out buckets with cleaning supplies to Kentuckians living in the county. The store is handing out more than 400 free buckets to people in need. This is happening at the Lowe's in Hazard at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate Charles Booker went to Letcher County to donate supplies. Letcher County Central High School has been a hub for supplies in the area. People from all across the county have lined up to get food, water, and anything they might need. Booker says he felt like being there was a priority.
In the hard times, we don't back down, we stand up. And when we saw this flood hitting and heard the news and all the devastation, and you know, I have loved ones here that have lost everything, I just did what I was taught to do. You stand up for family.
Booker says the images bring tears to everyone's eyes, even outside our region. The Knott Central Athletic Department took the first step in recovery this afternoon. Knott County athletes hosted a cookout to help bring hot meals to neighbors all over the area. School officials say that much of the food used to cook with came from random donations in Lexington. Boys basketball head coach Casey Huff says it's the least his team could do to get the ball rolling on the recovery.
This is one thing we could do that was simple. We could get hot meals to people. That was something that we can't turn electric back on. We can't, you know, get your bridge fixed right now, but you know, if we have the means and the resources, we can at least provide a hot meal and try to get that to you and get you fed for a day. Like I said, it's not much, but I do think it's a start, and we had to get the ball rolling somewhere.
Knott County school officials tell us that more supplies will be coming tomorrow at the Knott County Bus Garage. We'll keep you updated as more information becomes available. The flooding has left people with homes and without homes and necessary medicines for them to survive. To make matters worse, doctors' offices have also been damaged. Mountain Comprehensive Health Corporation has been able to stay open in a small part of their Whitesburg building, but not without dealing with their own damages. MCHC CEO Mike Cottle said a lot of the equipment can't be used.
Yeah, the water, you get into this, and then you have to start worrying about mold and things like that. They've been in, all the machines all the chairs and stuff are non-operable at this point.
Cottle also said their chiropractic center, which opened 3 months ago, had 5 feet of floodwater tear through it. Volunteers are gathering at Letcher County Central High School to help supply flood victims with needed resources. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox details how people are working together to recover from this tragedy.
Striving to help everyone affected by the flooding.
We're here making sure that we're getting everybody. We've still got people in the community that can't get out. You know, they're calling in, they're hungry, and we got a lot of need here, but there's a lot of love in our county, and there's not another county in America that I would rather live than here.
Volunteers from all over the county and region have gathered at Letcher County Central High School to help support victims any way they can.
And I feel like the least I can do is come out and at least help someone that needs it, who's hungry, who's lost their house, just anything that they need.
Many volunteers fought the floodwaters themselves and helped rescue others out.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. From rescuing people out of their homes through the flood to seeing the need, seeing the people coming up here covered in mud. The only thing they own in the world is the muddy clothes on their back.
One of the victims there to get supplies was Glenn Maxey and his family. Glenn physically held his truck from hitting his house for 2 hours.
For 2 hours, up the water up to our waist, and I was scared.
Glenn says the impact has left him beyond tears.
I've cried so much. Can't do it no more.
The school has stayed busy with victims coming to get supplies since it opened. In Letcher County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
You can donate supplies at Letcher County Central High School or at Kane Kitchen, which is in Whitesburg. For those at the WKCB radio station in Knott County, flooding outside of their studio was relatively common, but nothing could have prepared staff for the flooding that took place Thursday morning. Floodwaters were at least 4 feet high in the building, damaging most of their equipment and making the building inoperable. But through the devastation, WKCB's general manager Randy Thompson says he feels lucky.
You know, it's stuff, and it can be replaced, and it will be eventually. You know, but a lot of the stuff we don't need. But you know, we have friends and families and people that have lost loved ones, children, and so my loss pales in comparison. So I feel guilty even talking about it.
Thompson says he's working on assembling a temporary station at his home, but in the meantime, listeners can stay up to date by visiting their Facebook page. In Breathitt County, the water is beginning to clear and people are starting to see the damage the floods have caused to their homes. Bethany Smith and Jesse Nickel were evicted from their home last month. They moved into a friend's home in Jackson Thursday night. That friend woke them up Friday morning as water was rushing toward their home.
Getting them out of the house. Getting them out of the house, getting my husband and my cats. We lost everything, but we're here to help the community now, so yeah. That's all I care about is other people's safety.
Despite losing everything inside of her home, Casey is quick to point out that there's some who lost even more, saying she has a 9-year-old boy who she's thankful is alive. The 3rd annual Brothers Keepers Burn Run was held this evening at the Mountain Arts Center for a great cause and with some very special guests. The Burn Run raises money for the Shriners Children's Hospital in Lexington, and Sunday Best has returned to perform their 2nd year at the Burn Run. We caught up with the country music duo to talk a bit about the event, as well as the recent flooding across the region and how folks can help.
It's a strange and difficult time, but I will say I feel like the folks in Eastern Kentucky are very resilient, and we will get through it. It's just coming together to provide the communities with what they need.
The Burn Run also held a spot for folks to drop off water, cleaning supplies, and other needed items for the flood victims. Event organizer Richie Schoolcraft says there will be more opportunities to donate across the county in the days and weeks to come. In times like this, we know Eastern Kentuckians are always the first to lend a helping hand. Here at WYMT, we're teaming up with the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky Crisis Fund and the Appalachian Regional Healthcare Foundation Flood Relief Fund for the Appalachia Rises Flood Relief Campaign. You can visit WYMT.com to donate to the local relief efforts.
Well, the forecast continues to stay quiet for now, but we are tracking some heavy rain possibilities as we head deeper into the weekend and early next week. I'll track them out for you in a couple of minutes.